picked a horrible NFT to animate. That's just the tentacles as well. This is what blew my mind. That's actually pretty freaking cool. What if that's the NFT? Party rocking with those glasses. Well, you can't bloody get away from it, can you? Like NFT this, NFT that, NFT bloody everything. Long story short, with the help of my wife, we made an NFT line. The Odd Octopuses. Now that's a long story, but in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to animate it inside of Final Cut Pro using the plugin mPuppet. And I'm astounded by what this plugin can do, which automatically means you will be too. Right? So, let's head over to the desk. So you've got mPuppet installed and you've got your NFT or your image that you want to bring in. So let's bring that in, and I'm just gonna select the items and drag them onto the timeline and then delete them all from the timeline. I find that's the easiest way to import stuff. Then we're gonna go up to the titles and generators, bring mPuppet in and just drag that straight onto the timeline. I know we don't need the full 10 seconds of mPuppet, so I'm just removing it down to 5 seconds. And now it's time to add what we're gonna animate into this. So I like to use workspaces in Final Cut Pro that I've customized, and I'll go to workspaces, effects modification. It's essentially just a shortcut for setting up what is in Final Cut Pro, what's displaying. I'll leave a link to these below if you want them. So on the right side of the frame in the generators inspector, you'll see we have an image source that we need to add in. So if you click that, you can then select one of your pieces of imported footage and bring those in. So let's say the odd orange PNG. That is now sat in our mPuppet generator for us to start playing around with. Now we're going to start actually creating the animation. So we have a couple of tools down here. We have the plus icon, minus icon, and select icon. So we need to add a couple of points, essentially telling mPuppet this is where we want the subject, the animal, in this case the octopus, to move from. So think about these points as though they were joints in like the human arm system. So for this octopus, I want a joint to be in here, then another one maybe here and here. And you're just going around and do that on the rest of the tentacles. So I've picked a horrible NFT to animate because I've got 3 × 8, 24 of these to do. Brilliant. That's just the tentacles as well. Okay, now I think I've done a half decent job of putting these points on this octopus for us to start moving around. So now over in my generators inspector, I can add handles, and I'm going to start to play around with the keyframes of these, at least just setting keyframes all the way down on every single point I've created. Now by setting keyframe points, I've told Final Cut Pro I want to maintain the position that we're at right now. And as I scrub along my timeline, let's say as I get to, I don't know, 2.5 seconds, I want to change this position to, I don't know, let's just move these slightly. And you see what's happening here? As I'm dragging these around, it's actually manipulating the whole of the shape and filling in where the shape has expanded and slightly changed. This is what blew my mind when I first started using this product. So let's see how this looks. That's actually pretty freaking cool. Now I want to make a copy of this because I'm going to duplicate it and flip it around so we kind of move forward and then move back again. I'm going to hit Command B where I want to cut the clip, and then I'm just going to copy the clip by holding down Option and dragging just to make a duplicate. Then the shot I just copied, I'm going to turn into a compound clip by holding down Option G. I don't care about the name for right now. And then I'm just going to reverse it. What if that's the NFT? That's all cool and everything, but we have other bits that we want to add in. Like I have a drink, some glasses, a hat to put on. So I'll tell you a little trick that I did earlier. In mPuppet, you see that my image source here is 4K template clip. So rather than selecting this odd orange PNG and then went in and added the odd orange PNG to a compound clip, I basically did this. I dragged the clip onto the timeline, Option G on top of that, and then made a compound clip. And then I used that as the source for mPuppet. So then what that means is if I drag this clip onto my timeline, the 4K template clip, and go inside of that compound clip, I can now add whatever asset I want inside of here, and it's going to maintain the motion that mPuppet is doing to odd orange. So let's add the drink in here, stick some glasses in there. Yeah, of course, why not? Party rocking with those glasses. I've just picked out random colors and designs from this NFT collection that we've done. So now that we have all of those assets inside of this compound clip, I'm going to go back and then I can just remove that from the timeline by selecting and then deleting. Hit play. There you go. Link for mPuppet is below. All right, see you in the next one.